TikToker Dottie was threatened by a fake lawyer after exposing a free food scam by influencers. The incident dates back several days when Dottie accused a food influencer named Leah Marie Talabi of defrauding a Los Angeles Chinese restaurant by falsely claiming connections to well-known restaurants or celebrities. In exchange, Leah promised to release a promotional video, but failed to do so. Leah then saw Dottie's expose video and, according to Dottie, had an email sent to her by someone claiming to be Ryan Sawyer. The email demanded Dottie immediately remove the video or face defamation charges. However, Dottie's investigation revealed that no such lawyer exists in the California Bar Association. Dottie has now decided to report the matter to the relevant authorities. If convicted, Leah's case could involve more than just free food scams. Besides this, another small business owner also accused her of failing to fulfill her advertising promises. If Dottie's claims are indeed fabricated, why is her account hidden?
Perfect. You like it?
Yes. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Looks good.
It's literally absolutely perfect. Like, thank you.
Story time about how I got scammed by influencers during Coachella Fest and their makeup for free. So a while back, one of the Talabi sisters DM'd me on Instagram telling me how much she loved my work and that she wanted to collaborate. She said she would post me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and that she was attending like a press event magazine during Coachella. At that time, I was really excited because I'm a small immigrant business owner, and opportunities like that feel huge when you're trying to grow. She was extremely kind, sweet in her messages, and honestly, that's how she built my trust. She originally asked me to do her makeup for the 3 days. I told her that I could only collaborate for 1 day because I'm a small business and I couldn't afford to work the 3 days for free. Even though if it was free, I still apologized for her to not being able to do the 3 days. And she was so nice about it. She said she understood that she still wanted to like book me. So on the day of the appointment, I arrived at 8 a.m. exactly at the scheduled time, and she didn't answer the door. I called her phone, I called her on Instagram, I knocked her hotel door, nothing. She didn't open the door until it was like 8:40. When she finally opened the door, it was Leah. She looked extremely hungover. She still had her makeup from last night, and she didn't even have her face washed. And then she asked me if I could just do her face and leave the eye makeup she already had from the night before. I told her no, and that she needed to wash her face first before I could start. So she went to wash her face and came back wearing pajamas. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm already here doing this for free, and she couldn't even be ready. I still stayed very professional and did her makeup. The plan was to do her sister Sarah first and then Leah. When they opened the door, I did her first. But because everything started so late and suddenly she said, like Sarah said, like she didn't have time to do her makeup anymore. So Leah asked me if I could do her cousin's makeup instead, because she was also like an influencer and she said that she could tag me and do the same thing that Leah and Sarah were going to do for me. So I already had another client that I need to get to, but they were being so kind and convincing that I felt bad saying no, so I did it. The whole collaboration was supposed to include like posts on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And do you know what I actually got? One single Instagram story. That's it. And my name was so small that you could barely see it. No TikTok post, no Instagram post, no YouTube post, nothing. And the sad part is that the cousin also posted the photos with the makeup look, but didn't tag me. And I actually had to message her, asking her if she can please tag me, which honestly felt very embarrassing because that was the whole point of the collaboration. And the craziest part is that, like, I don't remember if it was Leah or Sarah, I'll put the screenshot somewhere. They asked me to do their makeup for the second weekend of Coachella. But this time I told them that I wasn't going to be free, and suddenly they weren't interested anymore. Honestly, I do blame myself a little because I was a naive small business owner, and I believe people would keep their word. When you're an immigrant business owner, you work really hard, and you trust that people mean what they say. But that experience taught me a huge lesson. And if I ever collaborate with influencers again, there will be contracts and clear agreements because exposure doesn't pay the bills. And the reason I'm finally speaking up is because I recently saw another small immigrant business having a similar experience with her. I would say even worse, because she ranked up like a bill, like a $500 bill, and she did the same thing to me, like a small Instagram story, like if her hard work means nothing. But like I said, at the end of the day, I take responsibility for falling for it, but it's definitely a lesson that will never happen to me again.
Hey bestie, here's my Friday as a professional makeup artist. It's going to be a fun Friday. I'm going to Coachella to do some Coachella glams on the Talabi sisters. So I'm getting ready so I could feel the vibe. I felt super cute. And then I had my breakfast, some avocado toast with my green juice. I'm working with Inches by Jesse today. I love him. And we arrived. Leah is my first girly of the day. She's so gorgeous. Jesse got started on Sarah with the hair. Got a bit hungry, so I made sure to bring my protein shake. And this is Leah. She's absolutely perfect. I love her glam. I love her hair. Everything is perfect. And then this is Sarah. I was super concentrated working on these glams. They were gonna do a photo shoot and go to different events, so this makeup had to slay. This is Sarah's glam. And I feel like me and Jesse ate because look how gorgeous the girls look. Everything was on point and flawless. After I got done with the sisters, I had to go back home to do Felicia, my superstar client. Love her. Now I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Hey bestie, let's glam. Today I'm gonna be glamming Sarah. So if you want to see how I did her look, just keep watching. I'm so excited because I'm doing her day 3 Coachella look. I did her makeup on Friday and she literally loved it so much that she slept in it. She told me everything was still perfect the next day. Super excited because she's letting me go crazy today. So that means glitter and stones and basically everything that I love. I love a good beat with glitter and stones and just everything flashy. Sarah is the most nicest and most humblest person I've ever met, and I just really enjoyed getting her ready. She's literally like a Barbie. Look at how sparkly these rhinestones are. Being too sparkly was a crime. Sarah baby, you'd get arrested. But anyways, this is the finished look. Sarah is so stunning. I was totally obsessed.